Alright guys, so in this video we're going to be doing some basic performance mods to the little two-stroke Razor dirt bike to just get a little more power out of it. So you can see the first mod that I did was remove the air filter, and here it is right here, well part of it. Probably I'm going to drill a couple holes in the back and stuff like that, make it flow a little bit better, obviously without the filter cartridge. To put over the back so that way the tire doesn't just fling rocks and other bull crap in there. Second performance thing is exhaust, modified my own exhaust. I know it does not have an expansion chamber on it. It is just literally straight pipe, but there's really no room I can put an expansion chamber in here. So exhaust is kind of gonna have to stay the same, but it does flow a lot better than stock. Another thing I did was I raised the carburetor needle jet clip or whatever up one notch to make it a little bit leaner. And it does seem to run a lot better with the four-stroking. It's not four-stroking as much. So next thing I want to do is I want to pull this cylinder out of here, do a little bit of porting like I did on the other bike. Just mainly clean up the ports, clean up the trash, that sort of thing. Not really increase capacity, but just make everything flow a lot better. I also got a B7HS Sparkplug coming, and I got a high compression head we're going to be putting on here. A couple of years ago, I made a video on porting this. It was kind of, didn't really do a good job of making it. It was more of cut to it and being done. But after porting the cylinder and this thing definitely runs a lot smoother, and the RPM kind of power band is a lot more smoother, and it seems to have a little more power with this. All right, so now we're going to be pulling the cylinder. It's pretty straightforward. You got to undo the intake, undo the exhaust, undo the head bolts and everything, remove the head, spark plug, all that sort of stuff, and give the cylinder a little tap, and it should just slide right on out without any issue. This one looks a little bit different than the other bike. There's really not as much debris in here as I thought. I do feel a little lip there, a little tiny lip there, but it doesn't look so bad that I need a Dremel. I think I can just really go in there with some sandpaper, like 220 grit or something, really smoothed out those edges. Funny thing is, we're ordering this kit. The first order got canceled. We're wondering why, and that was because that was the older kit. They came out with the newer kits, which I think that's what this one is. I also think this one has a slightly better balanced crank in it, because when it didn't four-stroke and when it started turning up really high, I mean, that thing was spinning way on higher than the other one. So I took off the intake. There you can see all that crap in there. That's better. This gasket still is pretty new, so I'm just gonna reuse it. Also, this wire is too long, so let's shorten it. Why is your butt in front of the dang camera, Cleo? All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is modifying the Airbox. I know a lot of y'all are going to give me a bunch of crap for not running an air filter, but I mean, these motors are really, really cheap. I mean, if it was like a car, like my truck, or expensive motor, something like that, it's going to be running in hard conditions, like a lawnmower, the foiler that have plenty of power themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna run an air filter on those, but something like this little cheap Chinese motor in this bike here, you need all the power you can get, so that's why I'm removing it. All right, so next we're gonna place this old, hard bullcrap fuel line with some better rubber fuel line. Is it gonna work? Here's what happens when you try to start your bike and all of a sudden the wheel locks up and won't turn. My brother's ripping the dirt bike. All right, so we just got 2 brand new B7HS spark plugs come in the mail. The other spark plug I have, I'll throw a picture up on screen or a video, whatever. It actually hit the top of the piston. It was slightly bent in, so I did try the side gap method by grinding it a little bit, putting it back in there. I don't know, this thing's acting really weird, so I just said screw it. Bought 2 brand new plugs that are supposed to be in the bike. I got a B7HS in the other bike and it runs great, so I'm gonna put one in this one. And those of you that know a lot about motorized bicycles, we're gonna be getting rid of the white wire. What I got now is one of these China doll high compression heads. I'm gonna throw this on here, just have a little bit more compression and make sure this thing doesn't overheat. One thing I'm gonna do now is adjust ignition timing. I'm gonna try retarding the timing. All right, so after riding it around a little bit with the retarded timing, it felt a lot more sluggish. It didn't really feel like the power was there. It didn't really want to. It didn't have much low end power, and it didn't really want to rev out. However, on the flip side, I decided to advance the timing by flipping the keyway around. Man, this thing has a lot more power now. It's way torquier low down now. It'll accelerate much faster now and probably rev a little bit higher. Man, this thing has a lot more low end power. I did the exact same thing on this bike. I advanced ignition timing. I did try retarding the timing, but in my experience, it just didn't really feel like it had much power. Retarding the timing, it did seem like it ran a tiny bit smoother though. I've ground 1 millimeter on that, same timing advance as the other one, and yeah, this bike runs great. All right, so what I decided to do today on Christmas Day is actually rebuild the exhaust because the flange was still kind of bent, wasn't really sealing up right, and it just looks really ugly and not that great, and it was starting to leak in some areas. So I decided to basically cut all that crap out, get rid of all of it, start it from scratch. You can tell how much bigger this one is compared to this one. So I got the new pipe on there, cut the other pieces up and everything, put them together, properly welded them. This titanium welder, or Harbor Freight welder, actually does a pretty dang good job, by the way. The other welder up there that I usually use, the wire feed for some reason is messed up, like the whole motor is like completely dead, so I'm not sure why that is. I'm gonna try to repair it. So in the meantime, I just went and got another one. But anyway, back to the exhaust. I welded the pieces together. It actually looks pretty dang good. Should flow a lot better than what it was. It looks a lot better too. And I got the Toyota O2 sensor gasket like I did on the other bike. Put the studs in the motor, tighten it down, and exhaust is perfect. And for the muffler on the other pipe, long story short, the pipe fitting was allowed for taper threads, but since this was straight, it wouldn't screw into the thing. So I welded the threads on the end of the other muffler, so that way I could screw that muffler in here. This muffler actually makes it a lot more quieter. But it's much quieter. Alright, so that's going to be about it for this video. You guys know what to do. Thumbs down twice if you didn't like the video. Let me know any other mods you think I should do to it, or anything really, your thoughts. And you guys should see me in the next one.